Shout out to the K&J fam, and you're rocking with Kristin and Jamil. And we're back, you guys, for another mukbang.
Woo!
But not just any mukbang.
What?
Yes, today we're doing a very special Halloween mukbang with Chipotle.
Yes.
Woo! We have our costumes on.
Can you guys tell what we are?
It's very difficult. What are we? We had some other things with this costume.
Everything went wrong.
It did.
It all went wrong.
It did go wrong. But I think
okay.
these are cute.
They're okay. They're not bad. Kristin did. You know what? I'll just put it like this. The next time when we're getting Halloween costumes, I will be there to help decide. No, honestly, my fault completely because I was like, you decide. Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
I like this one. I think it's cute. Because if you're by yourself, it does. You have to be together.
That's true.
I said it's a couple's costume.
Yeah,
so
that's
it
true.
makes sense when it's together.
I couldn't be by myself. That's true. Or you could be by yourself. It'd be
people
weird.
be like, what? Yeah. Okay, you guys. So today we are, of course, eating Chipotle, and we have a very special, scary Halloween story for you guys.
Ooh.
Yeah, story time.
True story.
Halloween story. We've never done that before on our channel, so we're excited. We definitely hope you enjoy it.
Yes.
Right?
That's terrible. I can do better than that. That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it was good.
It's pretty good.
And Jamil's in the mood.
I'm really in the mood. I can't wait.
Let's thumbnail and get it in.
All right, guys. We are about to start eating. Does anyone know who this is? I wanted to know if anyone knew who this was. Write a comment below. Let us know, because this is one of my favorite mugs that I just got. I went to Spirits, and I really love this mug a lot. So. Yes.
Okay, you guys. I got a salad with grilled chicken, guacamole, sour cream, the corn salsa, the fajita veggies, extra chicken. So that's what I got in my salad, and it looks really, really good.
Right? I got the Tony Hawk burrito again because that thing was so good last time. But this time I got extra cheese and I got extra chicken. But it's so good. It has the guacamole. What is the hot sauce called?
A red hot tomatillo or red hot chili sauce or something like that.
Yeah, chili sauce, whatever it is.
No, that's what
grilled chicken in there, black beans. And I did actually white rice too. So I'm so ready to get this in. So ready to get this in. How is it?
Good.
Is it good? All right, I'm going for this first bite.
Very delicious. Right?
So, how was yours?
Good. I forgot. I wanted to try the barbacoa because I haven't tried that yet.
What's that?
It's a certain kind of meat. I don't know what kind of meat it is. Let me know, you guys. But it's supposed to be really good.
They have it at Chipotle? What's it called?
Barbacoa.
Yeah, we should try it sometime.
Oh,
We should definitely try it.
can you
Sorry,
not?
I'm dropping stuff over here. I got my Coke right here in a bottle. I love these things these days. So, I want someone to tell me what this is. I mean, everyone should know who this is.
The character?
Yeah, the character.
What movie and what's his name?
Definitely, yeah, the name of the movie, too.
I didn't know his name.
One of my favorite movies, too. Let me take that back. One of my favorite movies growing up. I've seen it too many times now where I'm just kind of like, it's okay.
Was this movie even out when you were growing up?
Yeah.
Oh.
By the way, guys, I have my friend with us. His name is Henry. There he is. Joining us. You guys, does this mask scare you? Because it scares me. I try to put it on. I can't breathe with this thing on.
Jamil cannot breathe.
Yeah.
He puts it on for 2 seconds and freaks out.
He can't breathe. There's 2 holes right here for the nose. And then right there. But that's about
The fam,
it.
I think, wants to see it on, though.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
All right, I'll put it on for 2 seconds, guys, because this is really scary, actually. It's scary. You can't breathe. And they have holes everywhere in here. The eyes, the mouth, ears.
It needs more, for sure.
It needs more. All right, here we go, guys.
Okay. It's to make. He makes it all dramatic and he's doing all these adjustments and I feel like he's being extra, but he's really trying to put it on. Because Jamil has a huge head.
My head is huge. I can't really talk with this thing on.
It is scary.
Alright.
It is. I can tell you're struggling to breathe. You're doing the dance?
Mm-hmm. There you go. I can breathe. Okay.
I can't hear you.
I can breathe.
You can breathe?
Okay.
What if I plugged up the airs?
Yeah. Does it look scary?
Yeah, it does look scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I couldn't wear this at nighttime because I can't breathe.
Can you see?
I think I will. Barely. Wow. You guys, this thing is crazy.
Oh, so funny.
So I went to Spirits today because I wanted to try and get some extra stuff to go with these PB&J sandwiches.
Uh-huh.
Didn't work out. This mask, they tell you can't try it on, right? Which makes sense.
Uh-huh.
And I get home and I'm like, this thing's way too small for my head. So
it is too small for your head.
So that didn't work. Then we had this makeup piece to put on. I was going to patch it on my eyes. It doesn't work because it's a different color. Like the tone, it needs to be darker. I didn't know that. So I can't put it on.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. You want a bite, by the way? Okay. So
thank you, though.
it was just a miss all today,
bite of mine?
guys. No, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you, though.
It was a miss. Yeah, huh?
This is so good, you guys.
Definitely try the Tony Hawk burrito if you get a chance. But I don't think you can order it as Tony Hawk. I think you have to order everything on it.
They might not know what you're talking about.
You might not know, yeah. So you have to actually just look it up on Google. It'll tell you exactly what's in it, and you'll be able to get it.
Yeah. But it's really good. This is Halloween.
Oh, don't give him any hints.
Oh, I did. My bad. You
Can
can
you
cut
not
that
give
out.
me
Cut it out.
It's okay. No worries.
So
You guys got a true story.
okay. So I shouldn't say where the story originated. It's just a true story.
True story.
Okay.
It's real.
I hope you guys like it.
It really happened. Turns out it's hard to find stories. Good scary stories. I'm not even sure if we found a good one.
So, happy Halloween, you guys. I know this video is coming out a day earlier. Where we're actually going to be putting out a vlog on Halloween Day.
Yes, hopefully. I hope it's good because we weren't able to film as much as we wanted to, but we still got some stuff, so it should be good.
So happy Halloween. We hope you guys have such a good time this Halloween season and Halloween day and night. You know, I hope you guys have fun. I'd like to know what you guys' plans are and what you're doing. Because I know with things that are going on might be a little harder. I think a lot of people might stay inside more. But I am curious what your plans are.
Yep. For us, we're gonna we're gonna do like a little small get together with some friends. Just like, 4 other people essentially. Really small little thing, and then I think we're gonna just kind of hang out. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna play some games.
Watch a scary movie too.
Oh, of course, I forgot.
Yeah, which we have to pick it.
We haven't decided what movie, huh? Well, I'm glad we got Candyman out of the way. Because you guys, Candyman was not good.
It wasn't scary.
I've seen it years ago, obviously. We talked about it before. I loved the movie when I was younger. Watching it again, I was like, this isn't that great. But, it was what it was. It's just when you're younger, Or I should say, when movies come out, movies are older. And you see them when you're younger and then see them older. They're just different. It's like that for a lot of movies.
And it still had some creep factor to it, but...
It did. It definitely did.
It wasn't the same, right?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the same. It's hard to make a movie that lasts through time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's really tough.
There are some movies that do that, though.
There are. The Thing. Or... I mean, a lot of movies, but it too. It does too. Uh-huh. But The Thing holds up. Mm-hmm. You could watch that today, and it's not like scary where you can't sleep, but it's a really good movie still. It's still really good, right? Mm-hmm. Do you remember it?
Mm-hmm. I like that movie. Mm-hmm. I was thinking more like The Exorcist.
The Exorcist, yeah.
And like Halloween, you know.
Yeah. Good point. Those movies seem to still continue to stay.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, kudos to Wes Craven on Nightmare on Elm Street, just because that was it was a solid movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, I believe it came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Around the time where I feel like, horror movies, especially the 80s, weren't really taken seriously, you know? So to come up with, like, a really good concept that I think transcends over time is, like, pretty impressive. So, I like that movie a lot.
Mm-hmm. I actually agree with you on that. Mm-hmm. Because horror movies in the 80s weren't really...
great. Yeah.
Or they were B. They weren't really...
Or mainly B.
Taken as serious.
Right.
I mean, they had some. Right? When did Rosemary's Baby come out? Was it the 70s?
Yeah.
So, before, obviously, the 80s, but they had some movies, but there were a lot of really bad ones. I think Sleepaway Camp was one of, like, the, ones that weren't taken seriously.
I love that movie.
I did love Sleepaway Camp, though.
That was a good movie.
But I don't think it was taken, like, seriously,
It wasn't.
So, yeah, they have some good ones.
I remember renting, like, a Sleepaway Camp 4 or 3. I don't even know which one it was. Mm-hmm. In like Video Droid when I was younger. So I would like rent horror movies.
Not Blockbuster?
No, we used to go to like Video Droid or Silver Screen or something like that. Anyways, isn't that crazy though? If you think about it?
Yeah, I know.
Like I was born to watch horror movies.
I know.
Like I was young,
How young were you?
10.
Watching horror movies?
Oh yeah, I was younger, but renting.
You weren't 13. That's a problem. I'm joking.
I was young. I grew up on horror movies. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe it depends, right? I think like every child's different. Like I think there's some kids out there that literally cannot watch anything scary. Mm-hmm. Like they see a cart. I remember. Okay. I probably shouldn't. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't say it.
Well, say it.
Should I say it?
Go ahead.
Because some people have children, or maybe they were that child.
Oh.
But I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to be mean about it.
Be nice about it.
I'll be nice about it. It always mind-boggled me. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'd be at my friend's house, and we would be watching, like, Aladdin. Mm-hmm. And Jafar, who I believe was, like, the bad guy, would, like, come on in the movie. And, like, I remember being next to my friends, and they would have to, like, close their eyes. And they'd have to be like...
On Aladdin?
Yeah. For example. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I'd be like, oh my God, the scary part's coming up. And they'd, like, close their eyes. And I remember being really young. And being like, what?
Have you not seen Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah, right. I'd be like, really? Because for me, cartoon, right? Because I think that's probably what it was. Yeah. Because I grew up on non-cartoon horror movies. Mm-hmm. So watching a cartoon, I 100% knew that was fake and not real. Yeah. Horror movies, you had to like kind of convince yourself a little bit that weren't animated, but animated ones. Anyways, but literally, I remember being young and thinking like my friends were weird for like closing their eyes during like
Jafar.
During like cartoon scary parts. Like that would happen a lot.
Did it?
Yes. They're like, oh, it's scary. Oh my God, the part jumps. Yeah, no, that's common.
I don't think I've ever.
No, it's true. And then as I got older, I was babysitting some kids. Mm-hmm. And we're watching some type of a cartoon. I don't. Milan or something. I don't even know what it was. And it was the same thing. Like they were like, oh, I can't watch this part. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand that happening, for kids. Even, but you know what I think it is? I think you're 100% right. Mm-hmm. When you've grown up watching Chucky, Nightmare on Elm Street, and what's the other one? With Cage, who gets run over by the truck.
Oh.
Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
Sorry if I ruined it for you. Spoiler.
I think it's Gage.
Gage.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
When you've grown up with those, I think that's what it is. Like, seeing cartoons, you're not scared at all.
No.
It doesn't scare you at all.
Right.
So I could see that, because I know some kids that didn't grow up with horror movies, and they get scared. They got scared. Yeah. With not animated, but like, animated movies.
Or like PG. Like I remember like watching some PG movies, and there were like some parts that were like nothing crazy, but like my friends would be so scared. But I was definitely very jaded, so I understand. Yeah. So my point was, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My point was, some kids.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Down the wrong pipe.
Down the wrong pipe.
I guess my point is, like, some kids I do think can handle horror movies. I'm not saying like I wasn't scared of them. Like, I do remember like there were some nights I'd have like not nightmares, but I would just think about it like before bed. Sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that would freak me out, 100%. But not to the point where I was like, I can't sleep. You know what I mean?
I know.
But anyways, yeah, I think some kids can just like they just take it in or whatever. And then I do think like there are some kids that really can't watch like anything.
There are
scary or violent or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
No, there definitely are.
So you have to know what kind of a kid you have, or what kind of child you were, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think some kids are just naturally more scared than others. I know some kids that are, I don't want to say any names, but some kids where one kid is completely not concerned with the scary parts in cartoons, and the other kid is very, very scared of parts where I'm like, it's just dark. Like, it's not even a scary
and
part.
They're related, right?
Yes, they are very related. It's like that. How are you scared? It's just nighttime. It's but I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
No, I think it's like, maybe it's like an imagination thing. I don't know.
It could be. It could be imagination thing.
It could be, because I didn't really have a big imagination, I feel like, when I was younger.
I don't think it's, I mean, if to say it like that, I doubt it.
Yeah, maybe it's not that.
I don't think it's that. I think it's just, just naturally, right? Mm-hmm. You have some kids that are more this than that, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's just how it is,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, luckily my parents were lucky enough to experiment with me to see what type of a child I was. Because I think there's some parents out there that just like won't show their kids anything. But they'll find out, right? They'll find out with a cartoon.
Yeah,
because like, they'll say, oh, this is rated G or BG and it's a cartoon. They'll show their kid that usually. Mm-hmm. And then if their kid's scared, then they'll kind of find out, right? But if a kid's like maybe fascinated by a scary part, then maybe they're the kind of kid that can handle something. Who knows?
But let's be honest though.
Yeah.
Jafar was scary. Okay? Jafar was, he was
he was scary, yeah.
Nah, not even close.
I'm literally, can you imagine me though? Like, I don't even know what I said because it was so long ago, but I remember thinking to myself like,
what are you talking about?
Yeah. I think I thought they were kidding at first.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. You thought it was a joke.
Mm-hmm. And then I realized it wasn't, and then you just have to be like, oh, you know what I mean? I was just quiet, I think.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Okay, guys.
Okay, let's get to the horror movie. Are you ready
for, scary story, you mean?
Oh, it's a horror story? Scary story? Yeah.
It's a scary story. So, you guys, we have a true life scary story, and I'm going to tell you guys it, and not many people know about the story. You guys are lucky. Mm-hmm. You're going to hear it.
We have the exclusive deets.
Got the exclusive details. Mm-hmm. Okay? All right. Let me go grab the computer and get it, because I got to actually read it. And I'll be right back in just a moment, guys. Okay, you guys. Here's our scary story. So Mr. Hunter lived in an apartment complex all by himself. He was a very sad, depressed, and lonely man. His wife left him 3 months ago and took the kids with him and had no idea where they had gone. Mr. Hunter was from Germany and had no local family or friends. All he had was his son's pet turtle that was left behind. Over the past few weeks, Mr. Hunter had been experiencing serious migraines that stopped him from doing much. At times he would experience short-term hallucinations. Most of his time was spent either resting on the couch or laying on the bed. Saturday evening, October 29th, 1983. Mr. Hunter was laying down in bed reading his favorite book and began to hear a subtle but consistent tapping against his bedroom wall. He tried to block it out and continue reading, but the tapping continued and began to get faster and faster, louder and louder. Just when he couldn't take the tapping any longer, he started to bang on the wall, but then the tapping halted. Mr. Hunter put his ear to the wall and tried to hear anything, but heard nothing. No talking, no laughing, no breathing, just silence. The next morning, October 30th, 1983, Mr. Hunter walked down the hallway to his next-door neighbor's house, whom he shared a wall with, and began to ask to keep it down at night. He knocked on the door, and no answer. So he knocked again, still no answer. Just as he was about to knock the third time, the apartment complex landlord walked by and asked him, "What are you doing?" Mr. Hunter began to explain. His neighbors have been tapping on the wall late at night very aggressively, and he's not able to get any sleep. To his surprise, the landlord informed him that there was no one living in this apartment unit. No one had been living there for some time now. Confused and slightly in disbelief, Mr. Hunter confidently informed the landlord that there must be rats inside of the wall and he must get it checked as soon as possible. Later that evening at 6 p.m., while smoking his Arnold Andre cigar, he began to feel a slight pain on one side of his head, accompanied by blurry vision. It was a sign of a migraine, so he went to the bedroom and laid down to sleep it off. While sleeping, he was abruptly waken up by a loud, blood-curdling scream and thud coming from the neighboring wall. Startled but curious, Mr. Hunter put his ear to the wall once again, but only heard dead silence. He backed away from the wall in confusion when all of a sudden the tapping began again. But this time it was faster and louder. It was as though someone was trying to get his attention. Still slightly dazed from the migraine, Mr. Hunter ran into the living room to grab his phone when all of a sudden the phone began to ring. Hesitant and startled, he picked up the phone and answered it. "Hello?" On the other end, he could hear slight breathing, but no answer. He asked, "Who is this?" The breathing stopped, and a quiet, high-pitched voice replied, "Pasheremes, Tortor, Pasheremes, Tortor," and then hung up. Mr. Hunter was frightened by now and dropped the phone, believing it was possessed. He quickly unplugged the phone cable from the wall and sat on the couch in disbelief all night. Was somebody playing a trick on him? Was he going crazy? Unable to sleep in the bedroom, he curled up on the couch and passed out. 3 hours later, it was now midnight morning of October the 31st. Mr. Hunter was once again awakened by another blood-curdling scream, but this time coming from the hallway. He realized that there must be someone next door in serious trouble, so he decided to go outside to see what was going on. He slowly opened the door, peeked his head out into the hallway, and saw nothing but darkness. The hallway was eerily silent, as though he was the only one in the complex. He opened the door completely and began to step outside of his apartment. He took a few steps down the hallway and noticed the neighboring door was slightly open. Now, Mr. Hunter was told by the landlord that no one lived in that apartment, so why would the door be open that late at night? Feeling the worst, but hoping for the best, he decided to see if someone was living inside of the apartment, unbeknownst to the landlord. Mr. Hunter walked into the neighboring apartment and began to open the door slowly. He peeked his head in first, but could barely see in front of him. He quietly whispered, "Hello?" But no answer. He then took a step into the apartment and nervously began to look around. It was cold and dark inside. "Hello," Mr. Hunter said, this time more confident. He walked around the apartment, carefully looking to see if anyone was around, but it was clear that the apartment had been void of life for some time now. There was no furniture, no pictures, and it was abnormally quiet. It was as though he walked into the Twilight Zone. After some time, he realized there was no one inside and really nothing to be afraid of, so he began to laugh at himself. He must have been dreaming when he heard the screaming and tapping. It must have been from old pipes or even a rat maybe inside of the wall. Seeing for himself everything was okay, he hastily left the neighboring apartment and headed back into his apartment. He opened the door and went inside. As he walked in the bedroom, he noticed there were tiny water prints on the tile floor leading into the bedroom. Startled, He slowly made his way to the foot of the bedroom when all of a sudden felt something breathing down the back of his neck. He turned around to see a pale and distorted figure with blood coming down its face, staring at him, repeating, "Pasheremes tortor, pasheremes tortor." Mr. Hunter was scared out of his mind and began to run backwards while screaming as loud as he could, but not looking where he was going. As he took his first step back, he slipped on his son's pet turtle that was on the tile floor and managed to escape its enclosure. Mr. Hunter flew into the air, coming straight down onto his neck. With so much force, he shattered his vertebrae. Now in pain, laying on the floor, covered in blood, he noticed he was paralyzed with the exception of his index finger, which he had little movement. He was left on the floor with no one to help save him while he slowly suffocated. All he could do was tap on the neighboring wall connected to his apartment for help.
That was good.
That's it?
Yeah.
Cool. Did you guys like it?
Yay! I liked it. I thought it was creepy.
Good?
Yes.
Nice. I hope you guys liked it. I don't know. I was trying to say it's scary, but I wasn't sure 100% how to do it.
I thought you did great. I love it.
And not a part of the story, but I guess the rumors afterwards is they found him. He was left there by himself, completely dead by the time they found him. And yeah, that's it.
No, wasn't there more?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't there more to the story?
There is more to the story. I didn't finish it though. I didn't finish writing the whole thing. Okay. But pretty much, pasheremes tortor.
Pasheremes tortor.
Pasheremes tortor means feed the turtle. Pretty much. Feed the turtle. You should have fed the turtle. If you'd fed the turtle would have been out of the enclosure. Let's just say that. He died because of the turtle.
That was good. So you guys, Jamil came up with this story
obviously.
on his own.
I hope you guys liked it.
I thought it was really good.
I wanted to make it kind of creepy, you know. Pretty much, if you didn't catch the story, pretty much what it was is the tapping that he was hearing the whole time was him dying.
That's freaky.
That's freaky.
Yeah.
It's a little scary.
Oh, it was great.
I made it up myself, but I got it from a movie. I got the concept from a movie.
It was really good.
It was pretty good.
You did a very good job, babe.
Awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We are going to end this right here, right now.
Okay.
We got some stuff we got to do and get ready for.
Right here, right now.
Right here, right now. Mm-hmm. You guys let us know what you think of the story. If you thought it was stupid, please tell me.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to hear it.
If you don't want any more scary stories, don't worry. Halloween's not for another year.
Exactly.
So it's good.
All right, you guys. Until next time. Don't forget to...
Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share and is caring. Let your friends and family know what the K&J Fam are doing.
And until next time, guys, we hope you have a wonderful day, evening, or night. Whatever time it is out there, we will see you in our next video. Peace.